Okay, we're going to run 10 or 12 songs, all easy songs, all with the same chords, C, F, and G. Maybe the last one or two, I'll throw in a couple of bonus songs where we'll have an A minor and maybe a delta, a D7, a delta 7 or something. But the rest of it's just going to be me and you playing easy songs, okay? 10 easy songs. You can play against this chord chart, whatever instrument you have that makes chords. You can play your banjo, or you can play your guitar, or your ukulele, or your piano. So grab whatever instrument you might have. Achy, Breaky, Heart is the first song we're going to do. Only has two chords, Charlie and Golf. Sorry, that was Foxtrot. So Charlie, Foxtrot, Golf. If we just play every other note on the white keys, and our thumb goes on the root note, so my thumb is on the C, Charlie, so now it's going to be a C chord. I'm going to skip one white note, or one white key to go up to the E, and one more white key to go up to the G. That C, E, G is a C chord. Now if I bring my thumb up, again, and put on the root note of my G chord, and then I skip a white key, and go up to the B bravo, and skip another white key, and go up to the D delta, that G, B, D is a G chord. Let's go down to A. A, that makes an A minor. If we take the root note and go up to B, we now have B or bravo diminished. C is C or Charlie major. Delta is delta minor. Echo is echo minor. F, foxtrot, foxtrot major. G is G major. And we started here on A alpha minor. So those are all chords that you can play in the key of C, Charlie. It doesn't matter what order you have these in. You can pick this delta up here and bring it down here. That's still a golf, still a G chord, okay? You can even take that bravo and move it down to here, and that's also still a G chord. These are called inversions. The reason I tell you that is because the simplest way to play this is, here's the C root position. You can tell the world you never was my girl. You can burn my clothes when I'm gone. And now I'm playing the G root position, right? And I'm bouncing between these two. It's kind of a long way to go, especially if I just want to do this. If I just want to do an inversion, there's Charlie, there's Golf. So you may see me playing an inversion just because it falls naturally under my fingers, but those are worth learning. So all you do is you just take your root position and then take the lowest and move it up an octave. That's the first inversion. Or you can take this and move it up to here. There's your second inversion. And if you move this up to here, now you've got the root position again. So you have the root position, the first inversion, second inversion. Two chords, Charlie and Golf. Ready? Well, you can tell the world you never were my girl. You can burn my clothes when I'm gone. Or you can tell your friends just what a fool I've been and laugh and joke about me on the phone. You can tell my arms to go back to the farm. You can tell my feet to hit the floor. You can tell my lips to tell my fingertips they won't be reaching out for you no more. But don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, just don't think you'd understand. If you tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, he might blow up and kill this man. Ooh. Well, you can tell your ma I moved to Arkansas. You can tell your dog to bite my leg, or tell your brother Cliff, whose fist can tell my lip, he never really liked me anyway. Go tell Aunt Louise, tell her anything you please. Myself already knows I'm not okay. Or you can tell my eye to watch out for my mind. It might be walking out on me today. But don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, just don't think you'd understand. But if you tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, it might blow up and kill this man. Don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, I just don't think you'd understand. 'Cause if you tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, he might blow up and kill this man. Ooh, I can't hit that high note. Ooh, so I'll hold it down here. Ooh. Could you hit that high note? Can you hit that? Can you hit that? I can't hit it. I can't hit that B either. Charlie, I can't hit. Bravo, I can't hit. I can kind of hit the B flat. B is about where it's, alpha is about where I crap out. After you play a bunch, you'll find out where you play the best and where you sing the best. And I've said this before, I really like the key of D Delta, and G Golf is all right. Here's one, Mind Your Own Business by Hank Williams. When you're playing in a honky-tonk and you play this song, everybody gets out on the floor and swing dances. And one thing, people can line dance all night long, and people can two-step all night long, and people can shot us and waltz and all that. And they have a nice time. But whenever you play swing music and they get out and they swing, afterwards they come up to you and go, man, this is the best night I've had in a long, long time. They don't realize it was the swinging, the swanging. Well, if the wife and I are fussing, buddy, that's all right. 'Cause I was going to show you something. Sorry to jump you like that. Okay, here's our Charlie. And you can play, if you want to, for Charlie 7. You can either hit that one there or that one here. That B flat makes it Charlie 7, or don't play it at all. Either way is fine with you. But if I'm playing along and you hear it go sour, I call it sour. It's like, if the wife and I are fussing, buddy, that's all right. 'Cause me and that sweet woman bought a license to fight. Why don't you mind your own business? Just mind your own business. Oh, and that inversion that I did earlier for the G golf, right? Here's golf in root position, but I take this and move it down to here. If you do the same thing with F, foxtrot, take that high C and move it down to here. You've got an inversion of F. Now, everything you play is right here. There's Charlie, Foxtrot, pick the whole thing up and move it one key to the right, and you got your golf. So everything's right there, and everything's right there underneath your fingertips. Okay, no more false starts. We're really going now. Ready? Well, if the wife and I are fussing, buddy, that's all right. 'Cause me and that sweet woman bought a license to fight. Why don't you mind your own business? Why don't you mind your own business? Why don't you mind your own business? You won't be minding mine. Oh, the woman on our party line's the nosiest thing. She picks up her receiver when she knows it's my ring. Why don't you mind your own business? Why don't you mind your own business? Well, if you mind your own business, you won't be minding mine. Well, I got a little gal, she wears her hair up high. The boys all like to whistle when she walks by. Why don't you mind your own business? Why don't you mind your own business? if you mind your own business, you won't be minding mine. If I want a honky-tonk around a 2 or 3, well, buddy, that's my headache, don't you worry about me. Why don't you mind your own business? Why don't you mind your own business? If you mind your own business, you won't be minding mine. Won't mind another people's business seems to be high tone. I got all I can do, just minding my own. Why don't you mind your own business? Why don't you mind your own business? Well, if you mind your own business, you won't be minding mine. If you mind your own business, you won't be minding mine. Ring of Fire in the key of C Charlie. Well, love, it's a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. Well, I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. That ring of fire, that ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. That ring of fire, that ring of fire. Well, I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. That ring of fire, that ring of fire, that ring of fire, that ring of fire, that ring of fire. What I did there at the ending, I did a little bitty stinger. You see how it says that ring of fire and the chords are G and C? I just repeated that several times and faded out. The important thing that we're doing here is getting your fingers on the notes. The rhythm you're playing is not nearly as important as the fact that you're singing and playing. Excuse me. Tiki mugs. Links below. What are we going to play next? Most of these songs just aren't even labeled because when I play, I usually play in the key of D delta. I think I mentioned that. C, F, and G, my friends. C, F, and G. Oh, today I started loving you again. I'm right back where I've really always been. I got over you just long enough to let my heartache mend. And then today I started loving you again. What a fool I was to think I could get by with only these few million tears I've cried. I should have known the worst was yet to come, and the crying time for me had just begun. Oh, today I started loving you again. I'm right back where I've really always been. I got over you just long enough to let my heartache mend. And then today I started loving you again. Now just play it once with just music. Oh, today I started loving you again. I'm right back where I really always been. I got over you just long enough to let my heartache mend. And then today I started loving you again. Last line again, ready? And then today I started loving you again. I'm playing the C chord, the Charlie chord, in the right hand. I'm actually playing the Charlie chord also in the left hand, but I'm breaking it up. I'm going or just. Whatever you do is fine, okay, as long as you stay on that chord. Should be good. And then when I go to F, foxtrot, the bass changes as well. So I'm playing this on Charlie, then this, or on F, or maybe I'm hitting an octave here for the G, and then back to the C. And you're thinking all the time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Those are the beats, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. But you can also hit on the off beat, which is the and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. As long as you're kind of hitting in there, and you can syncopate. Play by feel. Play by feel. Everybody knows this great song by Chris Christopherson, Me and Bobby McGee. So looking ahead, Busted Flat in Baton Rouge, you see, goes to G7. But again, if you're a beginner and you're uncomfortable with playing the G or the G7, you can just play a straight G. Same with the C7, just play a straight C. Let me show you a G7 so you're not afraid of it. Let's go to the root position. So the 7th is going to be this note. So very often when I'm playing, you can't see my hands, but you can see what they're doing. What I'll do is I'll just hold down, there's my G root position. What I'll do is I'll just lay my thumb kind of flatly, and I'll hit those two, and I'll make my G7 like that. I mean, you're certainly welcome to do this if you want to. But usually I'm playing fast and hard, and that's how I make my G7. Or a G7 I really like is like that. Let's take our root position G, and we're going to make a G7 out of it. That F adds that 7th to it. So what I'll do is I'll just lay my thumb down on both of those notes and then make the rest of the chord with my other fingers. So I'll do that for G7. Sometimes I'll do an inversion where I'll take this D delta up at the top and I'll throw that down at the bottom. You may see that. But when you get these two together, that makes that a G7. All right? And with a C root position, Charlie root position, the 7 is not here because that's only a half step down. You got to go a full step. So that's where you have to go. So I very often will dispense with that and go down here and hit that for my Charlie 7. So, but it's a great sound. Like took us all the way to New Orleans. Took my harpoon out of. It's going to change on the word blowing. I took my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana and was blowing sad while Bobby sang the blues. All right. You got it. You got it. And again, you don't have to play the 7ths. You can just play them straight if you wish. You know, it would not have killed them to add one more 2x4 into this house and make it 8 feet longer, so I'd have 4 feet longer in each bedroom, so I'd have room to play the piano. What were they thinking 110 years ago when this house was built? Busted flat in Baton Rouge, headed for the trains. Feeling nearly faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed a diesel down just before it rained. Took us all away to New Orleans. I took my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana and was blowing sad while Bobby sang the blues. With the windshield wiper slapping time and Bobby clapping hands, we finally sang up every song that driver knew. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. And nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. And feeling good is easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. And feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. From the coal mines of Kentucky to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Standing right beside me, Lord, through everything I'd done. And every night she kept me from the cold. And somewhere near Salinas, Lord, I let her slip away. She's looking for that home, I hope she finds it. But I trade all my tomorrows for a single yesterday. Holding Bobby's body close to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. And feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and my Bobby McGee. Da 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 Bobby McGee. Da 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 da. Oh, Bobby McGee. Da 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 da. Oh, Bobby McGee. Do 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 do. Oh, Bobby McGee. All right. You being slick and sophisticated like you are, probably heard me hit the wrong chord in there. I was supposed to go C to G, but I went to F instead. But I just hit it for one half a beat, and I went right up to G, just like whoop. Just like I intended to do that. Live performance, my friend. Your performance is your performance. And it's live. And that's okay. I was in Dallas, I think, the other day. I went by a restaurant. They had chicken fried steak, fried chicken, fried pickles, fried okra, French fries, fried oysters, fried shrimp. The name of the place was Mama Fried. All right. One thing I like to do when I start a song is to just go through and look really quick, make sure I got all the chords. Mama Tried is Charlie, Foxtrot, Golf. Let's put the music up so you can play along, shall we? Mama Tried. Mama Tried. LM. LM. Have you ever seen the stage play Pump Boys and Dinettes? It's about four or five guys who work at a gas station, and then a couple of sisters run the cafe right across the street. Mamma Mia. Do you see Mama Tried in there? Oh, there it is. And in this play, one of the guys who runs a gas station, his name is LM. And he plays a rockin' piano, and I always keep my eye open for auditions for that show, because I'd love to play LM in Pump Boys and Dinettes. If anybody out there is putting it on, you can put me up in a house and feed me and give me a little bit of a salary. I'll come play LM. Does a great song called "The Night Dolly Parton Was Almost Mine." And Farmer Tan. What else does he do? He does a third song. Something about I Ain't Built for Florida. Serve Yourself. He's got I think 3 of the Showstopper songs belong to LM. Da-da-da-da-da-da. All right. Sorry. There's an A minor in Mama Tried. So what you do is you take your root position C and bring it down bravo, alpha. Every other note right there, just like that. That's your alpha minor. So, and I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried. Mama tried, Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. First thing I remember knowing was a lonesome whistle blowing and a youngin's dream of growing up to ride on a freight train leaving town, not knowing where I'm bound. No one could change my mind, but Mama tried. One and only rebel child from a family meek and mild, my mama seemed to know what lay in store. Spite all my Sunday learning, towards the bad I kept on turning, till Mama couldn't hold me anymore. And I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried. Mama tried. Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. Dear old Daddy, rest his soul, left my mom a heavy load. She tried so very hard to fill his shoes, working hours without rest, wanted me to have the best. She tried to raise me right, but I refused. And I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried. Mama tried. Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. One more. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. Amazing Grace. 3 chords: Charlie, Foxtrot, and Golf. Now there's the first chord we play is that root position C, but you can start down on the G and walk up to that C to give a bit of an intro. All right, if you want to do that one. And to really cement that everybody knows what you're playing, when up here in your right hand, you've got that root position Charlie. You can go, or by that time they've got the song in there. They know what you're doing. Right? So everybody will recognize it by then. So here we go, Amazing Grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fear relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. I was blind, but now I see. Here we go. Creedence Clearwater Revival. 3 chords only. Charlie, Foxtrot, and Golf. Da 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 da. Or you can go down. Da 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 da. Whatever floats your boat. Well, I see a bad moon arising. I see trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see bad times today. Oh, don't go around tonight. It's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. I hear hurricanes are blowing. I know the end is coming soon. I fear rivers overflowing. I hear the voice of rage and ruin. Oh, don't go around tonight. It's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. I hope you got your stuff together. Hope you are quite prepared to die. Looks like we're in for nasty weather. One eye is taken for an eye. Oh, don't go around tonight. It's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. There's a bad moon on the rise. Bury me beneath the willow tree. C, F, and G. My heart is sad and I am lonely for the only one I love. When will I see her? Oh, no, never, till we meet in heaven above. So bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, so she will know that I am sleeping, and then perhaps she'll weep for me. She told me once that she dearly loved me. How could I believe it was untrue? Until the angel softly whispered, she will be untrue to you. So bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, so she will know that I am sleeping, and perhaps then she'll weep for me. Tomorrow was our wedding day. Oh God, where can she be? She's out a-courting with another, and no longer cares for me. So bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, so she will know that I am sleeping, and then perhaps she'll weep for me. And perhaps she will weep for me. All right, I got 3 songs left. Each one of them has a random chord in it, I think. Yeah, each one's got an A minor. Okay, now you remember, there's your Charlie, right? Charlie is your root note, C, and every other note is what makes that Charlie chord. If we take all of this and move it down 2 notes, that's your alpha minor. All right? Alpha minor. Okay, I want to show you something with this song. Just something for you to practice. I mean, you don't have to play it today, but just so that you know how this works. You got your C root position, right? If we do this, if we make our C chord, but lift up that G, right? So now you've just got these 2, then go up the next 2, then go up the next 2, then back down. So then jump up to the F and do the same thing. There's your foxtrot root chord. Pick up your Charlie, your little finger, and then do the same thing with 2 notes. Okay, so from the beginning on the C, again on the C, and then go down to the G. And do it again. Boom. That's where the song starts. So you got that. Now you know the intro. Hey, where did we go? And take it at your own speed. That might have been a little fast. So let's just start we'll just start from the C. We won't do that intro. Now we're going to play this slow because it's really quite involved. And I mean, they're simple chords, C, F, and G, and then once you go to the A minor. But it's a handful if you're really ripping on it, right? So we're going to go slowly, slowly. Hey, where did we go the day when the rains came? Down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and a running, hey, hey, skipping and a jumping in the misty morning fog with our hearts a-pumping and you, my brown-eyed girl, you're my brown-eyed girl. Whatever happened to Tuesday and so slow? Going down the old mine with a transistor radio, standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding behind a rainbow wall, slipping and a sliding all along the waterfall with you, my brown-eyed girl. You're my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-di-da? Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-di-da, la-di-da. So hard to find my way now that I'm just on my own. Saw you just the other day, my how you have grown. Cast my memory back there, Lord. Sometimes I'm just overcome thinking about making love in the green grass behind the stadium with you, my brown-eyed girl. You're my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la? Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la- just briefly each time is still a handful. So congrats to you if you're able to do that. Carry me, carry. I love Dr. Hook. And this very much is one of my favorite songs by them. Okay, there's a delta. There's a D in this, a D delta. Here we go. Here's your Charlie. Move everything up to the right, one white key. Now that's a delta minor. To make it a delta major, you take the note in the middle and move it up a half a step. So that's up to this first black key right there, okay? That's your D delta. Everything else in this song is all white keys, but there's that one. When you go from Charlie to delta, It's going to be a delta minor unless you sharp the middle. Now it's delta major. Okay. Second Street and Broadway, sitting in a doorway, his head held in his hands, looked to all the world like he was praying. Foot wrapped in an old rag, bottle in a brown bag, I saw him try to stand. Then I heard the words that he was saying. He said, "Come on, carry me a little farther. Come on, carry me just one more mile. I don't know where it's leading to, but I know I can make it if I lean on you. So come on, carry me a little. I carried you, now carry me a little. Come on, carry me a little while." Well, he struggled to his feet and staggered down the street to the window of a 5 and dime. Stood and laughed a while at his reflection. Then I saw him shouting something about a mountain he knew he could surely climb. If she were only there to point the right direction. But she ain't, no she ain't. He said, "Come on, carry me a little farther. Come on, carry me one more mile. I don't know where it's leading to, but I know I can make it if I lean on you. Oh, come on, carry me a little. I carried you, now carry me a little. Come on, carry me a little while. Paralyzed. Charlie, Golf, Charlie, Foxtrot, Charlie, Golf, Charlie. I think there's an A minor. There is an A minor in here at the very bottom. But an A minor doesn't scare you any longer, does it? This is an Elvis song, but we're going to do it a little slower than usual. Ready? 2, 3, 4. When you looked into my eyes, I stood there like I was hypnotized. You sent a feeling to my spine, a feeling warm and smooth and fine. All I could do was stand there, paralyzed. When we kissed, ooh, what a thrill. You took my hand, ooh, baby, what a chill. I felt like grabbing you real tight and squeeze with all of my might. But all I could do was stand there, paralyzed. Oh, lucky me, I'm singing every day. Ever since the day you came my way, you made my life for me just one big happy game. Oh, I'm gay every morning and at night I'm still the same. Oh, well, honey child, do you remember that wonderful time? You held my hand and swore you'd be mine. In front of the preacher you said I do. I couldn't say a word, I was just thinking of you. All I could do was stand there, paralyzed. All I could do was stand there, paralyzed. One more. All I could do was stand